Hello, Facebook friends. Love Coach Scott Thomas here. And I just want to acknowledge wow. I mean, like every day, it gets more and more incredible, doesn't it? I mean, we are experiencing something that has never happened before. A worldwide global pandemic in the age of the internet where we all can be tracking what's going on around the world. And it's impacting all of us. Here in California, our governor just predicted that more than half the state is going to get infected with the coronavirus and has ordered a mandatory stay-at-home order. Wow. I mean, we're all feeling it economically, health-wise, and clearly it's going to get more and more intense before it kind of winds down. And so it's only natural that there might be moments that we're really scared, that we're freaking out, that we're like, oh my God, what's going on? And so I want to offer a wonderful tool to help manage when we're running painful thoughts. And all of us, at some time in our life, we don't need coronavirus to be running painful thoughts in our mind. Most of us throughout the day run, she doesn't love me, he doesn't respect me, I'll never make enough money. I mean, most of us are running painful thoughts anyway. So the tool I'm going to give you is something I've been giving to clients and friends for many, many years. But now it's especially important. And it's really simple. Before any painful thought, add the phrase, I'm telling myself the story that, whatever it might be. If your painful thought is, I'm going to lose my home, I'm not going to make enough money, I'm telling myself the story that I'm going to lose my home. I'm telling myself the story I'm not going to make enough money. Maybe you're worried about your health. I'm telling myself the story that I might die. I'm telling myself the story that my parents might get sick or my parents might die. And what happens is by adding, I'm telling myself the story that, it changes the neurological pathway of the brain. So we'll just pick, let's say the painful thought is, oh my God, what if I get sick? Well, that's a legitimate thought. It might happen. I'm telling myself the story I might get sick moves you out of reptile brain and into the frontal lobe. You see, when we're in reptile brain, we're in the possibility of attack, even from our own thought, and we have very limited options because when the reptile brain is running the show, we only have fight, flight, freeze, or fawn as our options. But when we add, I'm telling myself the story I might get sick, it actually brings us into the frontal lobe, also known as the forebrain, which is where we have empathy for ourselves, and we can see the big picture. Okay, this is a story I'm telling myself. It may or may not be true. It may or may not happen. It alleviates the pressure and gives us the opportunity to look at it from the big picture. Now, it's important for us to look at the big picture of what might happen. It's important for us to look at our options and have maximum empathy for ourselves and for anyone else that's impacted by the thoughts that we're having. But we want to make sure that we're not looking at it from a reactive place, but a responsive place. Now more than ever, we're being called to look at things from responsiveness, not reactivity. And to have absolute empathy. So not to be in spiritual bypass of, oh, it's all okay, everything's wonderful, this is happening for a reason, which probably is true. I think that in the long run, there is a global reset happening. There's probably, when we're through this vortex, hopefully the net outcome is that we've really slowed down and we've really reprioritized what's happening in our life. And we've reprioritized, humanity hopefully has reprioritized where we're putting our attention. But we don't want to spiritually bypass the very real pain that's happening. The economic pain, the health issues, and yes, people are dying. And it's possible, maybe even probable, that people we know are going to get sick and people we know might leave their body. So we want to find that balance of acknowledging the fear, acknowledging the pain, but from a responsive place, from our forebrain, where we're having empathy for ourselves, empathy for others, as opposed to the reactive place, where we're just in fear and we're allowing the reaction to the fear to keep us kind of like hamsters on a wheel. Now is the time for us to respond, not react. Now is the time for us to allow our hearts to break wide open and to be in that state that Rumi speaks of, where we are experiencing the eternal beloved and we're experiencing life through the pathway of the broken heart. In the pathway of the broken heart, we are experiencing maximum compassion, maximum empathy. We're loving each other more deeply than ever before. We're listening to each other. And when somebody in our world is scared, don't jump too quickly to fixing it or making it better, but listen with the presence. Listen with the open heart, perhaps even the heart that's been broken open. And from that place, then we feel cared for. Because we all want to know that we're cared for. And at a time that our government probably is not going to be able to care for us the way that we want and need, and so many things that we've been relying on, our job, our finances, our ability to go out and socialize, all these things are changing. All these places that we've gone to get love and care and support and community and connection are being taken away. Now we lean in to more connection with our family, our friends. And it's so beautiful to see how many people so quickly are now doing Facebook Lives and Zooms. My friend Lakshmi Devi today did a beautiful kirtan that I watched on Zoom from her own home. Then I joined an empathy group in New York. Then I listened to the Pachamama founder, one of the Pachamama founders, John Perkins, leading a shamanic journey, all online. Last night, Love Coach Academy did an online event. And by the way, starting on Saturday, every day at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., we're going to provide some sort of an online relationship skills and empathy experience for people. Tomorrow night, my good friend Fantuzzi is doing a concert, which I'm helping to promote. That's tomorrow night. So more and more, we're getting our needs met online. Each of you watching right now, hey, I'm at home, and you're probably at home, and we can all connect with each other. So we're changing the way we connect with more open hearts than ever before. It's a really scary time. Everything is changing. Maximum grace. Maximum grace. Maximum grace for each and every one of you. Maximum grace for myself. Maximum grace for our world. And we're going to need to really be staying in that state of maximum grace when some of us get sick and some of us are facing our mortality. Some of our friends are going to get the infection. Some of us, maybe who are watching right now, might get the infection. I might get the infection. You might get the infection. Maximum grace. Maximum grace that we all are going to experience whatever we need with maximum grace. So again, remember, if you came in a little bit late, if you're running fear thoughts, that's okay. It's natural. Just add, I'm telling myself this story that I'm afraid I'm going to get sick. I'm telling myself this story that I'm not going to have enough money, that I'm not going to have enough food. Whatever it is, I'm telling myself that story. And I need empathy. And give yourself that emergency dose of empathy, and then reach out to a friend. Reach out to someone and, hey, you know what? I'm kind of in fear right now. Can you just listen? Can we listen to each other? Can we just acknowledge what's going on? Now is the time for maximum compassion. No spiritual bypassing, no jumping to the hopefully positive outcome that's going to take place in the long run here. We hold that vision, we go in that direction, but we also take the time to really acknowledge our fear, our concerns, our considerations from our frontal lobe, from the empathy center of the brain. We all are going to go through a beautiful spiritual transformation. It's already begun. We're all going to be more in our hearts than ever before. We're all going to be more conscious and awake than ever before, as all the distractions, all the things are taken away, and we really focus on what's most important. My body temple, my closest friends and family, protecting the earth, appreciating the beauty of the sunset, the beauty of the tree, the beauty of you, the beauty of me. A lot of people that I love, I've noticed your names coming up watching. And as I've seen that, I've wanted to say hi to everybody, but it's been kind of coming by quickly. So I just want to acknowledge everyone who's come on and watched for a minute. I hope that this provides some inspiration and a reminder. And you'll be seeing more of Scott online, and I'll be seeing more of you online. Maximum grace. Have a beautiful evening. Good night, everybody.